Right, now what I'm going to talk about, it's about this crummy old house I've got again. People are getting fed up with me talking about this, but anyway, it's not about the house as such this time. Partly is, but more the focus is on this massive bloody tree at the side of my house. Now, I'm suspecting that a lot of people were put off purchasing this house for a good while because of this monster. Now, it's a beech tree, which is possibly, I don't know, it could be hundreds, it could be 300-400 years old. If the house is 300 or 400 years old, then there's a good chance the tree is. You can see it's absolutely massive at the base. This is an A4 piece of paper, right? You can't really appreciate it, and I'll have to get this video aspect ratio changed before I post it, because everything comes out the wrong sort of aspect ratio. You see, when I turn this, the scale goes all off, doesn't it? See what I mean? So everything looks skinny, but in effect it's far wider. Like when you see a video of me, I look quite skinny, but I'm actually, you know, quite fat. No, not true. Anyway, so I recently had someone round who used to live here in the 1970s and 80s, well, through from 1950s actually, through to 80s, and she said that all this area here, where it's all gone very lumpy, and I'd like to actually have some of the roots cut where they go, because they broke into the drains. So I had to have this taken up recently. This might be part of the roots sticking up here, coming back, which are cut out. Now, so this tree, it's about 5 foot away from the house. Now, there may have been some issues caused to the house over the years, and they may have been patched up. The house, the wall on the house has probably got some issues with other things. For instance, it's got some probable issues with the wrong mortar being used on some of the repairs. See up top there? It's possibly not had lime mortar put in, and it's caused the fascia of the stonework to split off. So, so you can't see any obvious cracking in the stone, you know, actually going through the stonework. Being under this part of the house, there's no cellar under this area, so the tree roots can go under it without hopefully causing too much issue. And on the other side of this wall there's a staircase, so it's hard to see if there's any problems under there on the other side, because there's a staircase on top of the floor which is raised up, so you'd have to take the staircase apart to look under. Right, now the pruning or the maintenance of this tree, in my opinion, has been poorly managed for a good time, probably 30 years. I'm not complaining about the previous owner and so on. She was, quite old, and I'm just not going to moan. And even the local council, to be honest, they've come out and they've given permission for pruning to be done, but the owner has only been concerned about the stuff which is pointing out over the house. Now this has basically allowed the rest of the tree to run riot and grow out on the other, well, I would say 3 remaining sides, but it's not really, it's really grown out on 2 sides and it's gone way out of control. All this business where the branches are coming down from up there, like that branch starts 30 foot up in the air and it's coming down to 6 foot off the ground here. Now that's just a bit mad in my opinion. If you look at the tree back in 1960, yeah, okay, you had some fairly thin wispy branches coming down, something similar, but the whole tree was much better balanced than it is now. If I go out in the road, we can actually have a better look at it in the same view and get an idea what's going on. See that big branch up there? That branch is about 7 foot, maybe 8 foot long, and that's what they call a widow maker in tree circles, because it could snap off when you're not expecting it to. If you're under there, you could potentially be dead. There's probably quite a bit of weight in that. Well, 100 kilos possible. Anyway, it's a bit monstrous. Yeah, I'm about to stand under it. This is very sensible. But anyway, we got this branch here. This is all a bit crazy. I would like all this low-hanging stuff trimmed off. Ideally, somewhere up there, that branch up there, between there and there, I'd like that chopped off. Probably right back there. So all of this branch is gone and taking a hell of a lot of weight off the tree on this side. You can see the lean on the thing. It's just not good. It's not healthy for the tree, and it's probably not healthy for my house. You see the scale of the branches coming off. It's probably about 400-500 kilos of wood, just sort of on one branch there coming out, which in my opinion should be pruned back. Apparently a tree will automatically try and balance itself with its root system under the ground according to how it's growing above the ground. So if it's growing out all on this side or towards this side of the tree, you know, it's like 180 degrees. If you look at it from one perspective, everything on that 180 degrees over that side of the tree is being pruned off, and everything this side of the tree 180 degrees has been allowed to just go wild. So basically that means that the root system is trying to stop the tree from falling over by counterbalancing itself, in my opinion, out the other way and under the house. Now that's my theory on it. I've not managed to find anything on the web which actually says this 100%, but it does say a tree will, you know, a tree's root system will compensate for what's going on above. So let's have a look from out in the road. There's the old pigeon tower, the dovecot. Actually marked up, and it's probably incorrect. It says this tower was put here in 1703 when the house was built over the road, but the house was actually rebuilt or modified in 1703. The house could be 100 odd years older than what it's saying on there. So yeah, we don't know. Right, so this is approximately where that photo's been taken from. Now you can see how the tree looked back in 1960, and the branches, the furthest branches coming out, look to be in line with the chimney pot. Now, if we look up there now, you can't even see that chimney pot, but I know that it's approximately, let's see, just about, see if we can get it there. Chimney pot's just there. You see where the wall is? There's the wall coming up. So the chimney's just up behind there. So all these branches which are growing out over there are all since 1960. Now if you think about the tree being 300 years old, since 1960 it's just gone crazy, hasn't it? You can see how big it's grown. Basically unmanaged. And all these low branches which are coming down shouldn't be there. Bear in mind, okay, this photo was taken in winter obviously, and it's now, you know, the start of summer, so there's obviously that difference. But I think you take my point, it needs some trimming.